I've got a dilemma. If you've been following the streams, you know that I'm doing a Siege Cascade build, but we're going to call it the Frozen Rain, R-E-I-G-N, not like actual rain. And basically I'm using the Blue Flame Bracers, which converts fire damage converted to cold damage. So I can do freeze buildup. I'm now running Herald of Ice. So I was hoping, you know, a lot of people are running Siege Cascade, but they're keeping it fire. And I'm like, all right, well, is this even going to be viable? Because I'm going to lose like attack speed. I'm going to lose some other things on the gloves that I could have. I could get, you know, cold or fire damage, attack speed, and resistances and stuff, but it is what it is. I'm also using the Pulsaricum or whatever you say it. Pulsaricum. So basically, enemies chilled by your hits can be shattered as though frozen. So that's nice, but that's also I'm losing other things that I could have on a ring. So I have two uniques. Could probably get around, still make it work. Here's my issue. Okay, I've been using the cold damage on my ballistas. Look at my ballistas. Okay, let me find some enemies. Okay, look at my ballistas. Look at the enemy's bar. Okay, we're doing freeze and chill. Freeze and chill are building up. Okay, working as intended. Freeze and chill. Okay, that's what you want. Now, the reason I want to really make this into an ice build is because you do 280% more damage against immobilized enemies. We're pinning, so as long as we pin the enemies, we're good. But frozen, once you hit 100% freeze, also counts as immobilized. So if we can offset pin with frozen, we can pin them immediately and then build up the freeze. And then when they come off a pin, we can have them frozen, and then they'll go back to pin before the frozen wears off. We can constantly be doing that 280% extra damage from Siege Cascade. That's my idea. In theory, that'd be fucking sick, right? So I just got Siege Cascades unlocked. We just ended stream. I got a few minutes here before I gotta go to work. Look what happens with Siege Cascade. Hold on. We gotta go away from my ballistas. It only builds up chill. Like, watch. Chill. Do you see that? There's no frozen buildup. It's only chill on everything. It's just chill. Why is that? Now, granted, that porcelain ring basically makes, you know, anything that's chilled shatters as though they're frozen. So it's still viable for mapping. That's not really going to be good for bossing. Here's the thing, right? I tried penetrate cold res. I tried when you gain 35% damage as cold damage on freezing an enemy with supported skills. Well, guess what? Siege Cascade doesn't build freeze, so this doesn't work. Basically I was using Innervate with Galvanic, and it's huge for a damage boost, but since Siege Cascade is not freezing, I'm not going to get the extra 35% cold damage, and it doesn't really build fast enough. Granted, I can still probably grab like another 50% freeze build up. I'm at 85% now on the tree, which is a respectable amount. It should be working, but I might have to put this on Artillery Ballista and just get it that way. But I was hoping to put something else on there, but if I got to do it, I got to do it. And then I tried more freeze build up on Siege Cascade. It's not building freeze at all. Had a few people in the comments saying, oh, you're going to need that, like you're going to need to go up here, which I do plan on coming up here to get that gain 5% of damage as extra cold damage. I was running a support gem that gives me like 25% extra cold damage, and it wasn't making a difference. So I'm thinking that these gloves are bugged when it comes to Siege Cascade, and it's just not working properly. Because why is my ballista gaining freeze and chill when it's, you know, you're converting, let's see here, 60% of physical damage to fire damage. So that would convert 60% to cold damage because of our gloves. So this converts to fire damage, and explosion converts 80% to fire damage. So technically this should be building more freeze. If this built freeze on top of the chill, it would be so fucking strong, especially with you know, the immobilize, freeze, and pin. So if anybody's messed with this or anybody wants to mess with this and see if they can get Siege Cascade to build freeze, please let me know in the comments. It'll be probably till tomorrow before I can really mess with it. But it's just nothing seems to be working. And I don't, like, I tried this cold infusion on Siege Cascade. It's not doing it. So the whole, oh, you need extra cold damage, you need more freeze buildup. I got literally 85%. I got these, all these nodes are 50. That's 85% freeze buildup. It's working on the totems. It should be working on Siege Cascade, but it's not. So I feel like this build might be dead in the water, boys. It's still going to be good for mapping. Like, it's, you know, even if I just use Siege Cascade, that Herald of Ice is going to go crazy because of that ring. Everything's being shattered, you know, and then shattering an enemy with a non-Herald attack will cause an icy explosion. So they're shattering and then they're exploding because of this. So it's still good. But if I could also get it to build freeze like it should be, this would be insanely strong. But yeah, I don't know. It's frustrating. I don't really know why. Like, I'll fight this group right here. Look at this. One hit, and because they all get frozen and explode, like, it's very strong. But there's no freeze buildup. Like, look at this big, beefy dude. I mean, the bone shrapnel is working. There's just no, it doesn't, you know? Like, I don't understand. It's just chill. It shouldn't be that way. And I switched to my ballista. Look at this. Freeze and chill. Like, am I missing something? It should be... Siege Cascade should be doing both. And see, when I have freeze and my totems go away, and like that was at 44% freeze, and then I use Siege Cascade, the freeze like darkens. It goes down by like 50% like brightness. It turns dark. So like, what does that even mean? Is this a bug? Is this a bug that is just not working properly with these gloves? Or is this meant to be like this because it would gain freeze too quickly? I don't know. But I mean, I guess as long as I can get my freeze up enough and I can put something on here that I guess boosts like the, I don't even know. I mean, I'm going to have to put Ice Bite on there so I can get that extra 35%. And then on top of that, I mean, probably this so they can cause more freeze buildup. As long as I can get that going, and because pin's going to happen immediately. And then if I can have my ballistas build up the freeze in that 4 seconds when the pin wears off, and then they'll be frozen before they get pinned again, I guess having that offset could help. I don't know if chill helps freeze build up. Like, I don't know, because it just says here cold damage from hits contributes to freeze build up on enemies till they become frozen. Then if you go to chill, cold damage from hits contributes to chill magnitude. So this should be building both, but it's not. I don't know. I hope my build's not dead in the water. If anybody wants to mess with this, or if GGG, if we can throw this to them that it's a bug and that it's not working as properly, I don't know. But I feel like this could be a really, really strong build. We're still going to try to make it work. But anyway, you know the drill. Subscribe, come back. See you in the next one.